we're just going to have to take it that we are live. So if you're joining, number one, we apologize for being
5-ish.
4 minutes late. It reminds me of a quote that I heard from a submarine captain. What are they called? I don't know. Anyway, they said, if you can't be on time, be early. So we'll do better next time. But it's good to be here. It's good to be with you all. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight talking about 10 tips for a successful homeschool day. So we're going to dive into that. But before we do, our kids, we just did dinner. We just came from dinner. And we asked them what a good kind of kickoff question would be. What was the question? Do you remember?
It was about food in a national park.
Yeah, so what was our favorite food at a national park? And I think the qualifier was, it's not food that we made, it's food that we bought at the national park.
And was it inside the national park or while we were visiting the national park?
So many qualifiers. Let's say while we were visiting the national park.
That's good. That's good, because national parks aren't really known for their high quality food.
Yes. It's more cafeteria style food. But
which is still food.
Which is still nice when you are starving.
Yeah. So I'm probably closest that I'm remembering is being in Maine at Bar Harbor and having these huge, well, that was actually at Jordan House too, those huge popovers. And then you had the blueberry jam in them and they were like hot and the butter and it was like so amazing. That was really good.
I'm going to switch it up from what I said earlier. So I think mine is going to be when we were in Capitol Reef and we got the pies.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Yeah, that was Capitol Reef, right?
Reef.
Yeah, Capitol
Down in the
Reef.
orchard.
Yes.
Those were
the
good.
Pies, oh, they were so good on a fall day in Capitol Reef.
I recant.
That's going to be it?
Yeah. No, I mean, when I said national park food isn't good, that
one's totally
was
unique,
good.
though. That one's totally unique. Well, you do remember the name of the house?
Nope.
Anyway, stay tuned for the Capitol Reef episode coming in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, in the Utah 5.
Yes, in the Utah 5, exactly. So
that was good.
Okay.
Call. Good memory.
Yeah. All right. Let's just do a quick tech check here. It says we are live. We are going to be trusting and say that we're live. Let's see. Trying to find the chat. Ding, ding, ding. So, chat unavailable.
Okay, cool.
So, we're just going to keep trucking. So I apologize if you ask us a question and we ignore you. We'll circle back around in the comments. We apologize. Okay, so we're going to do a life update. This is going to be a shorter episode, so we're going to do some life updates as to what we've been up to. And then we're going to talk about the 10 tips. So, life updates. So as you all know, a month ago, we got our brand new house on wheels, an Airstream Flying Cloud 30 FB. And for those that aren't familiar with RV life, you buy the RV and then you make it work for you. So we heard one of our trips that we plan on doing over the next several months is going out to Colorado and Utah. Woohoo, can't wait. And we're going to be at elevation, and we heard the hot water heater that came on our unit is not very elevation friendly, unless you like cold showers. We don't.
Yeah.
So
we're not that campy.
Yes. We're going to learn to be a little more campy, I think.
In here.
Yes.
Yeah.
45-foot motor coach, 30-foot Airstream. So anyway, it's going to be fun. So we put a new water heater in. What other mods do? We changed out the air vents. So they kind of come with air vents that don't push the air through very well. So we updated the air vents. Of course,
pods.
You got to do the mattress. What is that called?
Foam layer, memory foam, topper.
Thank you. Got to do that.
Make it. Well, we added some rugs.
Quilts,
pillows. Tried to make a little homey in here.
Yeah.
Try to fit all of our necessities into new storage areas.
Yes. We also put a 3-inch lift on our Airstream, which is actually, I guess, pretty common. So you don't drag. You've probably seen people like leave a place and drag their back bumper So we want to try to prevent that. We're going to try to take care of it. So anyway, we'll do a full-on, probably top mods. Not anytime too soon because we actually want to stress test them and see how they perform. But anyway, Airstream mods, as well as that guy sitting behind us right there. Our daughters call it Baymax.
After Big Hero 6.
Yes, after Big Hero 6 because it's going to tow Dutch, which is what we call our Airstream. So there you go.
Going to take care of all of us.
So our big Ford F-250 back there, Baymax, just got this smart cover put on and a bunch of other stuff. We'll do probably a whole nother mods video eventually on what we did for that. So anyway, but we do all of those things. So these are kind of like behind the scenes episodes a little bit. Like we're going to, again, the mods videos, even these homeschool videos are kind of behind the scenes because you can see the travel and adventure, but there's a lot that goes into making that happen, especially when you're traveling as a family. Yeah. So we have kids still, obviously one in college, 2 still in school. So we've got to make the education still happen while we're on the road. And a lot of it is life experience as we go to a lot of these places. But we do traditional subjects as well. So anyway, these are kind of some behind the scenes type videos. But we are prepping right now to leave for Florida. So our eldest is going to be heading back for her sophomore year of college. And we decided this is going to be a little bit of a shakedown trip for us. So again, a shakedown trip is one of those, it's not the big trip. It's more of an intermediate trip to make sure everything functions like it should before you
and to point
go way
out,
far away.
To point out to you what needs fixed or adjusted or added or what you don't use. Yes. Before you're out on the road for 6-ish weeks.
Kind of like the beta test for those in the software world. So anyway, we are really looking forward to that. We're going to miss Olivia when she goes off to school, but we are definitely looking forward to heading down south, being in Florida for a little bit. And Lord willing, no tornadoes or any crazy crazy things like that. I went to school there for 4 years, never experienced, hurricanes, yes, but not tornadoes. And we were there, and
it's like our first night, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was.
Oh, there's a tornado warning out.
Yep. Okay. Getting ready for bed, and it was like, nope, we're gonna go to a hotel tonight. So, anyways, we're looking forward to going back to Pensacola and seeing friends, and it's gonna be great. So we are also last life update, as many of you, if you have kids in school, we're also going to be starting back into the new homeschool year. Right. So officially starting on the road. It's crazy to think 2 years ago, we were already on the road and had been on the road for
almost
we left on August 5th.
Yeah.
And it's the 19th, so a couple weeks. And that's pretty wild. So anyway, we're looking forward to getting on the road, getting the homeschool year started. And then getting out to Colorado, Utah. Those are the main places we're going. South Dakota, we are going to hit Wind Cave. We're still on the mission of hitting all of the national parks. I think on this fall semester trip, we're going to hit 3 new ones?
Maybe 4.
And a rerun. Going back to Zion.
And going back to Zion.
Yes.
Which is so huge, we haven't seen it all anyway, so
yes, we have
there will be more to see.
Our senior, one of her senior pictures at Zion, so we're going to go back there. Olivia got hers taken at Grand Teton National Park, which was epic. And we can't wait to see our photographer that we know in that area. Anna, can't wait to see if you watch this video. Anyway, that's one of the best parts of traveling too, is just getting to see people. Yeah. Getting to reconnect with friends and all those things. So if you do have any questions, I have here in my notes, feel free to drop them in the comments. However, I can't see them because it's not letting me. So again, I apologize for that. But if you do have questions, please drop them in, and we will do our best to circle back around and definitely answer those. Okay, so I think we've hit all the main things. So let's jump in to, before we do that, want to share this video is sponsored by Northwest Iowa Community College. Not only is, like I said in the last video, Northwest Iowa Community College is not just the sponsor of our video, but they're a big part of our homeschool. Yeah. So they've been an incredible partner in our own homeschooling journey. One of the things we share with families that reach out to us asking about high school or different things is we are big believers in having others, for certain things, teach our kids. It's a good experience for our kids to have other teachers. Yeah. And Northwest Iowa Community College has been an incredible partner for us So stay tuned, more on them and how your high schooler specifically can take a class through them and get dual credit. So both high school credit as well as college credit as well. Our family has greatly benefited from that. So more on that here to come. All right, so top 10 tips for a successful homeschool day. So we've homeschooled. It was funny. We had to, as we were putting notes together, we're like, how many years have we homeschooled? And
It was a little shocking. Oh.
15 years with our 3 daughters. And not only that, but we've done it at home traditionally.
Mm-hmm.
Traditionally? Anyway,
Well,
whatever. Like you would think of with homeschool.
Homeschool at home. Yeah.
And now we've done it, 2 years
On
the road. And we've had a lot of great days, and we've had some learning ones. So the difference always comes down, though, to just a handful of things that really help you to be successful. And on today's episode, we want to share that with you. So we're going to give you those actual things on how you can have a successful homeschool day. So let's start with number 1. Let's just jump in. Start with a consistent morning routine. Right.
You just want to start with a routine or a simple anchor that is like, we're starting the day. It's your, like for us, it was, hey, 9 o'clock. By 9 o'clock, you're up, you've had breakfast, you've gotten dressed, or at least changed clothes. Sometimes it would be like from pajamas to leisure clothes, whatever. Meet at the table, and then we all just kind of like, hey, discuss this, how the day is going to go. Here, everyone does their own goal setting and things like that. We'll talk about later. But that was the general nod of like, the day is beginning. And that was the anchor of bringing us all together. Sometimes it was said, sometimes it's unsaid, a little bit of prayer. All right, here we go, out on the day. So we were ready.
Yes. Yes, we the girls love their school uniforms.
Yeah. I have to talk them into their school uniform sometimes, like, no, you really do have to put on some clean clothes.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes. We can't get, what was that comedian that talks about homeschoolers? Anyway, and their pajamas. So we actually do make our kids every once in a while. Not every day.
I mean, they're going to get on here and be like, we do have pajamas on sometimes. And I'm like, yeah,
yes, we do. We absolutely do. Okay, so let's jump in. So number 1, start with those consistent morning anchors. Number 2, do the hardest subjects first.
Just do it. Just everyone, you and your child both know what the subject is. You know, like you could ask me, what is Olivia's worst subject? You could ask Olivia, what is the worst? We would say the same thing. And so we just started doing it first. It's almost like you get your win first in the morning, and then everything else is just not as bad. You know, like the rest of the day just kind of floats along because you're like, okay, we did the hard thing. And we found if you don't do the hard thing, you dread it through, like you always know it's waiting for you. Mm-hmm. And then towards the end of the day, it does start to get a little chaotic sometimes, you know, like everyone's wrapping up and your day is getting longer. Maybe it's like right before lunch or right after lunch. And sometimes it's like, well, we'll catch math tomorrow. Well, you know, because you don't want to do it anyway.
Procrastination.
It's just...
Yeah.
So it's
Eat
just
the frog.
Do it right away in the morning, and that will become your routine, and you will actually like that you just get it out of the way and it's done.
Yeah. So people are like, he said, "Eat that frog." What in the world? So that's a book actually called "Eat That Frog."
I think that's where I got the idea.
But it's all about start with the hardest thing, and it's amazing the momentum that you can get in your day from that. I mean, even just personally, like workouts. Getting up, getting going. I'll be honest, I'm an afternoon, right before lunch kind of workout kind of guy. But definitely get up, get it going, get momentum. All right, number 3, build in movement breaks.
Do this. Do this for your elementary kids and for your junior high and high school kids. It looks a little different, but in elementary, it would be like a nature walk or going outside and be like, you know, run around the house this many times. Or I would hand out jump ropes and we would be like, see how many times you can jump. We would do like a subject, maybe 2, and then everyone's outside. Like there's a reason recess was created. It's because your mind can only do so much before it just comes to this funnel where you're like, I can't do anymore. I can't think about anything else. And the body needs to move. The body's made to move. And then in high school or junior high, like, you know, Just Dance gets pulled out and it's just moving. It's just, you know, getting the blood flowing. So also the mom needs it. We all need a little break where we're like, okay, we're going to do something else. Sometimes I'll throw in a load of laundry, go outside with the girls, take a walk. It's good to be outside. So
It is. Absolutely.
Winter is harder for that, but
it is
still doable.
Still possible, even if it's really cold. We live in Northwest Iowa, so there are moments it's really, really cold. But you can still get outside for a little bit. All right, number 4, keep a visual schedule or checklist.
This just helps everyone know how the day is going, what's next. Your junior high school kids, they should be goal setting for themselves anyway. Mm-hmm. So they're just moving themselves along. And it's like, instead of moving class to class where you gather your books and you walk yourself to the next class, it's just like that. It's doing that mentally. Okay, now we're in this one. It was like just not in the same space. Little kids, younger kids, elementary kids, I just kept the order of the day. They would know, okay, well, next we're doing reading. Okay, well, next we're doing math. But so even they would know the order of the day. And then at the end is history or science. And then we're done and we get to go outside. So that just helps all of us.
Awesome. All right, number 5, which is a big productivity hack here, batch similar tasks.
Yeah, if you're doing science and history together, just pull everyone together and do them first thing in the morning or right before you're done. Or if there's independent tasks, okay, everyone's doing their math right now, or you're doing your 20 minutes of reading and we're doing math so we can work independently together without, then I can go with this kid over here later after. But there's independent time, couple of independent, then you do group. I would break it up like 1 independent group, maybe 2 group together, back to independent, just to, again, move the day. And then it's like grouping those similar things together to just keep the momentum of the day going.
Awesome. So you start with the hard thing, and then you just keep the momentum rolling.
Just keep it rolling.
So number 6, protect one-on-one time, even if it's brief.
Yeah. This is math or comp. We do like IEW, so sometimes that's just like one-on-one time where you need to work doing writing exercises or actually teaching and talking through. And so even if like this day is just crazy, I don't know if we can get it done, just do 15 minutes. And I will tell you my own thing that I learned from me. I was like, hey, Livia, we're going to do our 20 minutes of math right now. And I sent Audrey and Kate outside to play. It was not good. Because do you know what Livia's thinking about the whole time as the girls are circling the house? Not math. So then I learned, okay, Audrey, you're going to come over here and you're going to read to Kate for a while up in your bedroom. So then no one was outside playing. So that's how we did the one-on-one time. Everyone got what they needed. But just protect it, because it's one of those things, we didn't do it, we'll do it tomorrow. Mm-hmm. And I was the queen of that on IEW. We'll do it tomorrow. You get to the end of the week and you're like, we have 3 lessons we did not do. Okay, well, we can't repeat that.
It's time to get caught up.
Yeah.
All right. Number 7, have a done for today definition.
Yeah. This is, I think, as the teacher in your home, you have to know how far, like, your own kids' limits. So we all have our routines. We all have our rhythms of how we like to do school. Like we're going to move to this. And sometimes it just doesn't go like that. Sometimes science takes a really long time, or like the experiment didn't work out and there's like a mess all over the kitchen. And you're like, okay, now the kitchen is completely messy. I need to deal with this. And then they're all frustrated. Sometimes your family just gets to that point where everyone's frustrated with each other and you're like, okay, we need to make a break. So then you take a break, good, bring everyone back, start into the next thing, and it just feels like, no, this is not going to happen. Salvage what you can, and sometimes I would be like, I'm calling it for today. Mm-hmm. We need to be done. It's one of those days, and it's okay. And mine was always math and reading. We did math and reading. Well, I'm going to call it good. It is just an upset day. So I would know when you're done. And I think as the mom, you just have to be like, know when everyone's done, and learning's not going to happen anyway. And,
right. It's going to do more harm than good to keep
going.
Have
an artsy afternoon or whatever,
Yes. All right. Yeah. Awesome. Number 8, build in real world learning. I think we've done that pretty well the last 2 years.
Yeah. It's just all the other things that life consists of, mm-hmm. that is not taught in a textbook. We can talk about laundry. We can just talk about being outside and being in nature and observation, just observing what happens in travel, going to parks and just like taking in what's going on, or travel anywhere just in different parts of our country and being culturally aware of what's going on. Cleaning. I mean, chores really become a big part of this for us to just help them acclimate to like, this is what life is about. It also includes this. So it is educational. It's real world education.
Yeah, life skills.
Life skills, yeah. When I was in school, it was like home ec.
Right. What do they call it here?
I think it is life skills.
Cooking, baking.
Foods.
Foods, there you go. Yes.
How to bake, how to make a meal.
And there's a lot of learning that happens outside of a textbook. So I think it's very easy when you start looking into curriculum and all of those things to forget we live in this world that is full of opportunities to learn. And our goal is to create lifelong learners.
Yes.
Not just to create textbook learners or book learners, but kids who can learn really from anything. I mean, we would send them out on the trail, nature trail, and have them document and draw the different things that they saw and look it up. And
yes.
Yeah, powerful.
We would be doing fractions. Anytime we do fractions, we go to the kitchen. The kitchen is just a super practical outworking of fractions. And then we usually try to make something too, just because that's when that, you know, when your kids are like, I'm never going to use algebra, Mom. I'm never going to, and I'm like, fractions, you will use
Yep.
fractions. I promise.
Yep. Okay. Number 9, end with a short review or reflection.
Yeah. This, I think we started implementing into at supper. Like, hey, you know, it was just very like, hey, what'd you guys learn today? How did school go today? And I would find it interesting to hear what they thought was the most interesting thing that they learned from the day. You know, like, oh, they picked up on that. That's so cool. They were listening, or that piqued their interest. And it's just kind of like a recap to be like, hey, we did learning today. Now let's think about what we learned. Also highs and lows. Sometimes it would be like, my school day today was and I'm like, oh, I didn't even know that was going on, because, you know, they were upstairs doing a college course. And I was like, that one escaped me. You know, you have like multiple learners going on. I'm like, oh, that's so good to know, you know, rounding up with a conversation later. So
and I remember there'd be times where they would say something was a high, that the interpretation was, that was a low and that wasn't a great thing. And they're like, oh no, wait, I thought that was like one of the best parts of my day because I learned great. X, Y, Z. So yeah, it's good to ask and not assume that, okay, that's what they thought about their day. So, and we use that really, like if there's you know, sometimes, especially it feels like as our kids have got maybe a little bit older, it can be a little bit quiet in the beginning. So kind of like just to get them talking and really start diving into where they at, how was their day. It's a great conversation starter.
Yeah.
So
the recap.
Yeah. So I typically initially would start it, and then they started doing it. We kind of have around our table where whoever starts it gets to pick the person, and then that person gets to pick the next person, and then eventually you've gone all the way around the table. So it's a lot of fun. Okay, number 10, give yourself grace on off days.
Yeah, off days are, you know, like sick days where either your child is sick or you are sick. Off days would be when life is just maybe a little upset. I would think like if you were moving. Or off days for us are when we're just getting into travel or when we're just getting home. School doesn't happen in a rhythm that we would normally have it happen. And so it's kind of like, okay, today we're going to do this, and I'm not going to feel bad about it because we're also doing this other thing. Off days would also be like after my parents pass, and just grief is just heavy. It's just hard to muddle through some days. And it would be like, okay, we're going to do reading and math. And then, you know, like maybe your sister, I'm going to have her read the science today, or just, you're in it, you're there, you're doing it. And I loved what my aunt used to tell me, like, your kids are still learning in all of these situations. So like when I was in grief, my kids were learning compassion and how to hear something hard from someone else and console them. Or when we're traveling, the kids are learning to pitch in and be like, okay, we're going to work as a team, and we're going to get this unloaded, and we're going to all into the house, or we're in this new place. You know, they're always learning. And so just because you're not being able to move through your book study
Mm-hmm.
doesn't mean there's no learning happening today. And so I think you just have to know when to give yourself grace and when to push through. And I just think that's a muscle that you get better at the more you're doing it.
Yeah, and I think if there's some people struggle with giving themselves maybe too much, not even grace, but just an excuse.
An excuse, yeah.
And I think that's an area that as we continue to get further into homeschooling, truly giving ourselves grace and saying, okay, they're still learning here, and they're learning some incredible life lessons here, like grief, and we could talk about a lot of other things. But man, it's so important to give yourself, not an excuse, but give yourself grace in those moments.
Some space, yep.
Yes. Okay, so we said 10, but you're going to get a bonus one here. And I think it's honestly one of the best ones, and that is use only the hours you need.
Yeah, I stuck this in totally last minute because I was just thinking about how when we homeschool sometimes, we try to replicate what's happening in a traditional school. And I remember when we first started homeschooling, I was like, wow, like a whole day from 8:15 to 3:30, like that's so much time. And for pre-K and kindergarten and first and second grade, we were doing school like an hour and reading and playtime, like it wasn't a lot of book time. And then as they got into junior high, like middle school, junior high, it turned into like 2.5, 3 hours, depending on everyone's temperament that day,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like depending on how fast math goes or doesn't go. High school, 3-ish, 4-ish hours, but you only need to use the hours that you actually need. You don't have 26 children you're corralling. You have just your children in that grade level of what they're doing, and it's okay. Like they're still going to learn. They're still taking in the information, and we don't have to replicate. And we're going to talk about that another time about replicating traditional school in a home. But sometimes I would be like, are we really done? Like, like I would question myself. Okay, it seems like that didn't take very long. And like, that's what was slotted for the day. And then we would do a lot of other things that are still learning. Again, you're still learning, even if you're not sitting at a workbook writing something
and
down.
That became one of the things, because every year we ask our girls if they want to continue to do homeschooling or if they'd like to go to the traditional school. And this is one of the popular things that would come up. They would say, no, I like the fact when I get my schoolwork done, I'm done.
I'm done.
So I know for Olivia in particular, especially those last few years, I mean, she was up and at it and wanted to get school done, and it was a big incentive for her, which was absolutely awesome. So don't feel like you've got to expand and make up more time.
Or subjects, or add more subjects. Like maybe
no.
we should be doing more. No, you only have so much capacity in a day.
Yeah.
Use the hours you need, and then enjoy being with your kids. Let them enjoy whatever they're gifted or want to do for hobby-wise. I think with Audrey, we started figuring out she's really creative with these certain avenues. I mean, like, okay, what does she want to do with this? Or would you want to try that? And then the afternoons turned into these creative binges, And
schools are made to do what they need to do with a larger group of students in a classroom.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of homeschooling, is you have the freedom to tailor it specifically for your child or children. So use it. Like, be grateful for that freedom that you have and enjoy it. So anyway, we hope these 11 items were super helpful. And if you're a homeschooler, experienced homeschooler, and you have some things to add to the list, hey, feel free, drop them in the comments. We'd love to see what you think or what has been really beneficial for you to make a successful homeschool day. And again, we apologize for the technology here not liking us very much, so we can't see your questions if you have any. But we will do our best to circle back around for sure and answer those. So, upcoming next week, we will be live streaming from Pensacola.
Yeah.
So that's going to be fun.
It'll be much warmer.
Looking forward to that. And what we're going to be talking about is the biggest homeschool mistakes we made and how you can avoid them. So we'll just you can think of us as like the crash test dummies of homeschooling. And so we've done that. You don't have to do it. And we're going to share those mistakes with you. So Lord willing, you can avoid those in your own homeschool family. So if this has been beneficial, it really helps our channel, helps us reach more families like you. Like and subscribe to the channel. We'd greatly appreciate that. And again, you can go to ronanddeborah.com. Join our community. We send out emails, not super frequently, I would say once a week max. And yeah, got some opportunities there. But go join our online community. We love to see you there. You can join on Facebook as well on our Ron and Deborah group, or on Homeschool Mentors with Ron and Deborah. So if you're watching on one of those channels, be sure to join. We'd love to have you. So lastly, we talked about the sponsor of this week's video being Northwest Iowa Community College. They are an absolutely incredible homeschool partner for us. We tell people all the time how important it is that your child, if you want that, again, that's one of the beautiful freedoms of homeschooling. For us, we do want our kids to have other teachers other than us, especially as we're getting ready to send them off to college. And Northwest Iowa Community College is an incredible resource. Olivia greatly benefited from that as she went off to college. And some people think, oh, community college credits, they don't transfer. Well, I'll tell you, I was shocked to hear that they transferred to the college that Olivia is now attending, because they're pretty rigid about those kind of things. But amazing teachers, amazing administrative staff there. And if you have the opportunity, I just can't encourage you. No, it just makes total sense. Your child can take one class and get the high school credit for it, as well as earn college credits to actually start into their college career. So here's a little bit more about NCC. If you have any questions about NCC, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We'd be more than happy to answer those. But have a great week, and we look forward to seeing you next week from Florida.
Bye.
Hi there, we're Ron and Deborah Gibson. As a homeschooling family of 5, we're always looking for the best opportunities for our kids. That's why we are so excited to share how Northwest Iowa Community College has been a huge blessing for us.
Our daughter Olivia is dual enrolled at NCC, which means she's taking one course and getting both high school and college credit. It's been amazing. Homeschooling is all about flexibility and a personalized approach, and NCC truly provides that. Olivia takes online college courses, fits them seamlessly into her routine, and still has plenty of time to pursue her interests.
NCC really gets homeschoolers. They offer over 50 programs, everything from healthcare to business, technology, and even the trades. With flexible options like online classes and part-time schedules, Olivia can learn at her own pace while earning college credits.
The best part? It's affordable. Homeschooling can stretch a budget, but NCC offers affordable options, making higher education accessible. Olivia's instructors and the NCC student community have been so supportive.
Ranked the #1 online community college in the nation and #2 for career outcomes, NCC isn't just a good option, it's a proven one. Olivia is getting an education that's setting her up for success, and as parents, we couldn't be happier.
Ready to start your success story? If you're a homeschooling family looking for the next step, we highly recommend NCC. Request more information today to learn how they can help your family, just like they helped ours.
Thanks for letting us share our story, and a big thank you to NCC for being such an incredible partner in our homeschooling journey.